going on, everybody? It's Alex the Dark Slayer, and today I want to talk to you about one of my all-time favorite game series. This, of course, being the incredible action game Bayonetta, specifically Bayonetta 3. I see a lot of people online asking, "Oh God, why does she look like that? Why does she have different hair? What was up with that first trailer where she gets like torn limb from limb? What's going on? Yada yada." Okay, so there's some things that I found out about the original Bayonetta. Like, okay, so one of the biggest critiques of Bayonetta 1 was that when you play it, you have no idea what's going on. The story just isn't told very coherently. Even after you played it, like I've been playing Bayonetta 1 for years. I actually owned it for the PS3. I own it now for the PS4, and I'm gonna tell you, there are so many things that I missed just because of how it's presented. And I love the game. There's no knock on it at all. I love it. But I do want to talk to you guys about some of the things that's going on, how the Bayonetta story started, and where it's likely going. Because I don't know if a lot of people have realized this, but Bayonetta 3 is all about the multiverse. So today we're going to talk about Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta Bloody Fate, and Bayonetta 3. We're going to talk about what I think is going on, which none of is confirmed, but pretty much I'm just going to give you some facts. Okay, so let's get into it. So number one is this. Bayonetta 1, the reason why John sealed her away and everything is, and why she was asleep for 500 years was because of the fact that Bayonetta was, after her mother was killed and during the witch hunts and like the angels came to take the left eye, which she fell to her knees. She didn't want to do it. She was scared. She was terrified. She didn't want to fight. She couldn't after she lost her mom. Jean, realizing this, pretty much decided that no one will ever get the clan's treasured left eye. So she decided to seal her away. She sealed her away for 500 years. Of course, this infuriated Baldur, who captured Jean and like mind fucked her before the start of the first game. So, of course, this led to the events of Bayonetta 1. Throughout Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta meets Cereza, who she doesn't know is her younger self because she's, of course, Bayonetta. At this point, she has no memory of her younger self. And her younger self, Cereza, looks at her and thinks she's her mom because, obviously, she looks like her mom. So that's never discussed. What's most important and what they didn't present very well is one of the reasons why she needed to see her younger self was because of the fact that because she saw her mom in Bayonetta, now seeing everything Bayonetta can do, because Bayonetta, of course, is not afraid to use her powers like Cereza was when her mom died. Bayonetta just kicking ass. She's like, I don't know who I am. I don't even remember why I would be too afraid to use my powers during a war, so I'm just using it left and right. Cereza sees this and she's like, wow, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be just like that. I'm going to, quoting her, protect my mommy. So, after all is said and done and Bayonetta puts Cereza back into her timeline, what's most interesting is, if anybody is familiar with the multiverse theory, a separate timeline opens. And they show this, but it's not presented well. They show again where Bayonetta's mom is, God forbid, RIP. And this time Bayonetta's standing up with Jean and she says, I'm no longer afraid, mommy. This leads to her pretty much going outside, kicking ass, and we get the opening from the very first game where she's like, Jean, and she's like, I'm okay. And she's like, just stay close to me. If you notice, she's not sealed away. She's not dead. This means that Cereza most likely got about 500 years plus of experience with her abilities. She was never sealed away. She didn't go to sleep. That could make her the most powerful witch. I mean, like, dude, I think that's one of the reasons why in the second game, the prophetic one, the bad version of Loki, Lopater, or however the fuck you pronounce his name, I have no idea. He looks at her and he says, a left eye, you are not. Because she still doesn't have access to her memories. So I'm assuming Cereza is in, again, a kind of altered separate timeline. If you're confused, think back to Trunks. Remember how Trunks went back in time in Dragon Ball Z and he was like, yo, the androids is coming. And like he went back to his time and things were still fucked up, and he just simply killed the androids from that time after he had trained with his dad and everything. The reason why things were still fucked up is because even though they beat the androids and they beat Cell, and you know that storyline ended in the regular Dragon Ball Z timeline, and Trunks still had to deal with like the fucked up world that it became, was because it ended up splitting into a slightly alternate timeline. It no longer connected with Trunks's. He could never save his future pretty much, but he was trying to save theirs. The MCU is also very similar to this, and I think that that's likely how it's going to work here in Bayonetta. One of the reasons why I think in the Bayonetta 3, the past two trailers, why she looks so much like Cereza is because that is Cereza. That is like gameplay or cutscenes from her timeline. I know people are like, bro, what the fuck? Are you serious? Yes, I'm pretty sure we're playing Cereza, who has 500 years of experience and was never sealed away by Jean. I'm pretty sure we're going to be in her timeline, at least for a little while, in Bayonetta 3. And the reason why I say this is because, dude, look at the characters. I know they've looked starkly different, even from Bayonetta 1 to Bayonetta 2, but let's be real here. Luca's got balls, man. Like, he's like a macho. That is not the Luca that come on now. Look at Jean. Jean still has she still looks like she was raised as a queen, for example. She looked like she's like the person she was supposed to be. If you remember, she was heir to the clan. This was likely because, and this was rumored at the time, I don't know if it was ever confirmed or anything, it was rumored at the time that she was likely the daughter of the woman who banished Bayonetta's mom, which would make her heir to the clan. So if you see in the Bayonetta 3 trailer, she suddenly remembers she's regal and shit. I honestly believe this is the Cereza from 500 years, and maybe they've had an argument, or maybe they didn't see eye to eye during something, and they're not as close as the Bayonetta and Jean from the previous games that we know. This is also evidenced by the fact that during the trailer, we see Jean kind of coming at Viola in a way we don't see Bayonetta. They may not be totally on the same side. That's something that I picked up on. That may not be true, but that's something that the first game did do. The first game set up Cereza, and she's off doing her own thing. In the second game, we got, Loki and Lopadur, and that introduced us to the idea of kind of like two different versions of people. Now, I didn't really want to talk about the second one because I don't want to over confuse anybody, but I do want to talk about Bloody Fate. If anybody remembers Bloody Fate, it was a retelling of the first game, and it was a pretty much anime. It passed itself off as an anime movie that was supposed to quickly retell you all of the things of the first game, but most likely it is, again, a different universe, a different part of the multiverse. This could open up why there's definitely another Bayonetta that shows up during the previous trailer that dropped recently. Now, something I want to point out is we're seeing this Bayonetta who, quote, says that she's the protector of this universe. And I just want to point something out. She's got a very bad eye, and her limbs almost look like prosthetics, almost like really gold diamond-like prosthetics. I'm going to go ahead and say this was the Bayonetta that was ripped limb from limb in the trailer. Now, the very first one, the little teaser. Now, whether or not this is Bayonetta 1 and 2 from the game, or if this is like a different multiverse version, or if this is the one from Bloody Fate, I can't tell you. But I will tell you that it definitely confirms there's other Bayonettas, plural, in this game. And so this could be a future version of the Bloody Fate version of Bayonetta. This could be the version of Bayonetta that we saw in the teaser that was torn limb from limb. We don't even know if that's Bayonetta. Some people have theorized that the chick in the teaser was Bayonetta's mom. I really don't believe that at all. But I do want to point out that in the teaser trailer, there are differences. She wears one ribbon in her hair. She does not have the gold chains on her sleeves like she had in the first one. And most notably, her beauty mark, her Monroe, if you will, is not there. And I believe that's because it is a different universe of Bayonetta. It's not this is not the Bayonetta 1 that we played. This is likely either Bloody Fate or a different multiverse version. We don't know yet. I can't even tell you for sure, But I did want to point out that one of the reasons most likely why Bayonetta looks like Cereza in this game is because that may be her. That may be one of the reasons why she has access to Demon Masquerade and Demon Slave. These are two new abilities that, quite frankly, the left eye who had 500 years of experience would be able to use. And maybe the Bayonetta who forgot like 90% of her memories and techniques would not be able to use. Again, thus why the prophetic one in the second one looks at her and says, "Hey, left eye, you are not." Because he's like, what the fuck? You supposed to be doing all kind of shit. This is nothing. like nothing. Whereas now, most likely, if the prophetic one was fighting Cereza, he'd be like, oh shit, you're the left eye. So we'll see. Because the greatest thing about Cereza is she doesn't have a reason to forget her memories, as far as we know. So I can't wait to find out more about Bayonetta 3, but I did want to share that theory with everybody. I really did, because I think it's pretty dope. Let me know in the comments what you all think. Is this Cereza? Is this Bayonetta? Is this why? Is this, a multiverse thing? Do you guys think so? I honestly think so. Just looking at the freaking logo that pops up, it's got the full moon, then it's got one moon going another way, and then another half moon going another way. And to me, it's like, it's obvious that's just supposed to give you like a wrinkle and like one big multiverse effect that affects multiple multiverses, So I'm not a multiverse expert. In fact, I've always kind of stayed away from it for a lot of reasons. But I am dying to hear what you guys think about this. I will see you guys in the next video. I know I don't talk a lot in a lot of my videos. I don't even do commentary and gameplay. But hey, if you guys like this, let me know, and maybe I'll do more. Peace, much love to you guys. I'm out of here. So, I'm not a multiverse expert. In fact, I've always kind of stayed away from it for a lot of reasons. But I am dying to hear what you guys think about this. I will see you guys in the next video. I know I don't talk a lot in a lot of my videos. I don't even do commentary and gameplay. But hey, if you guys like this, let me know, and maybe I'll do more. Peace, much love to you guys. I'm out of here.